So today in Down the Rabbit Hole, we're going to talk about the wasteland of streaming. You know, after you make affiliate, before you make partner, and you're just sort of grinding and grinding and grinding to no end. Yeah, let's do that. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 p.m. on Twitch TV under the name Morph Games. That's MRRPH Games. You know what? I don't need this today. I don't need this. Let's just talk, right? Let's just talk. When you start streaming, you may not know why you're doing it. Maybe you do. I don't know. Whatever it is, you're going along, and at some point you become affiliate. And that's really cool. And you get very excited and everyone gets excited for you. And then after a little while, you realize, oh, well, actually, it wasn't that big of a deal to make affiliate. And the requirements weren't that high. But anyway, you got it. And now you're affiliate. And you're moving along. And now you start figuring out, what do you want to do next? You see your next level. Your next level is partner. 75 average viewers versus the 3 you just got. You're like, wow. Well, I mean, I'm on a roll. Maybe I can do it. You keep grinding and grinding and grinding and grinding. And before you know it, it's been a year or 2. And you've seen some growth, sure. You've had one heck of a roller coaster ride. And right now, you probably don't know exactly where you fit. You're past affiliate. You know what you're doing at this point. You have defined and redefined a niche. You have a community of people that come and support you. Could be 5 people, could be 50 people. Whatever it is, they're there for you. But you're still not at that partner number yet. You're still not there. And the question is, what do I do now? What do I do now? I get hit with this question an awful lot from people. I have this question myself too. I am not yet a Twitch partner. I'm not yet a Twitch partner. And when people talk to me about it, they get very down on themselves. You hear a lot of people concerned with their growth. You know, hey, I had all of these people that were following me, and now I don't. They come and they go. I thought they were going to stay with me forever, but they disappeared after like a month or 2. And I don't know what to do about that. I don't know how I feel about that. Or I was playing a game and everybody loved it. And then, you know, I didn't want to play that game anymore. So I switched to a different game, or I switched to just chatting, or I did something else and everybody left. Should I go back? Should I do that thing that everybody loved, that they came to watch? And honestly, the answer to a lot of that is no, you shouldn't change. You shouldn't change who you are. I understand that the grind is difficult. The grind is, as it would suggest, slow and kind of painful. But it is a necessary evil. Nothing good comes easy. I'm sorry to hit you with the dadism there. But nothing good does come easy. And there are no shortcuts to any of this. You can find ways to maybe give you a temporary boost, the numbers, or get some more people coming in based on you playing the popular games this week or over the past 2 or 3 weeks. You can do things like that, but none of that's going to really build you a community of people that are there to support you and not just there to watch this thing that you're playing, this game that you're playing. Because that's what you need. You need that stable community of people. And that is really what the grind is about. Yeah, there's a big part of the grind that is you discovering your own voice, discovering who you are, who you're going to be as a streamer. And that is definitely important to figure out. I mean, you have to figure that out. But building the community goes right along with it. But what I want to do is I kind of want to walk you through that grind, break it down for you, so maybe it doesn't feel as intimidating or impossible to achieve that next level of your success. So I'm going to give you a few tips. I'm going to give you some ideas of what to expect, and I'm going to kind of explain what you're going to be going through. Like I said, people are going to come and go. Your audience will not remain the same. You are not going to have your very first ever follower be the person that is following you and subbing you and supporting you at the end of your journey. It's probably not going to happen. You need to realize that a lot of people that come into your streams are going to be temporary friends. And you know what? That's okay. But the faster you realize that, the easier this part of it becomes. You're there to entertain people, whether it's with your gameplay or whether it's with just chatting or whatever kind of skill you're showing on stream. And people are going to react and respond the more genuine you are, the more of yourself that you're showing them, because they're going to connect with you. And when they connect with you as a person, whether you're playing a character or not, when they connect with you, that's when they become a loyal supporter of yours. Now, a loyal supporter, as a side note, doesn't mean they are there for every single minute of your stream. It doesn't mean they're going to watch every YouTube video, every TikTok, every YouTube short. No, it doesn't mean that. It means that they are going to be there to support you in general. And they will do that when they can. They will tell other people about it. They will bring other people to your stream. Right? That's what you want. But it all starts with being genuine. It all starts with understanding who you are and what you offer. What value do you offer? People respond to that. If you don't give them a reason to come back, they're not going to come back. And if they don't, then you're not building that audience. You're not building that community. And you aren't going to see growth. Right? So that's part of it. Another part of this is understanding how to engage them in general. So what do you want to do on stream? Are you playing a game? Cool. Well, you probably not going to just sit down every single day and play 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hours of this game and not say anything and go and end your day. That's probably not going to win anybody over, honestly, right? That's not going to win anybody over. You need to mix things up. When you find that you get in a rut, you need to do a couple things. You need to kind of look at what you're doing now versus what you were doing when you had a little bit more success, when you had a little bit more people, a little more activity going on in your stream, and compare the two. Now, I'm not saying go back and do that thing, because you grew for a reason, you changed for a reason, but you need to understand what it is that was working and what isn't working now. And it may be something you've discovered that you actually don't need to change at all. Maybe you changed your niche. Maybe you changed your niche and the people that liked what you were doing before aren't as interested in what you're doing now, and you're just in the middle of building a new audience, right? You're in the middle of building a new audience. So you need to recognize that and kind of forgive yourself and say, yeah, okay, I get it. That's what's going on. I'm going to keep grinding, kind of keep doing what I'm doing. There's a lot in this journey of you becoming, hitting your goals that you aren't going to understand immediately. You're going to have highs and lows. And what's important is that you understand and realize that. And yeah, I have said this several times already in just a few minutes of the podcast, because I really want you to hear that. I really want you to understand what I'm trying to say. You're going to have highs and lows. You need to just push through them. Now, if you find that they're becoming overwhelming, or that you're getting a very negative sense of self, I want you to be able to recognize those times when they happen. And if you need to step back for a week, 2 weeks, a month, sort of refresh yourself and ground yourself and get yourself in a better mental state of mind, then you need to do it. No, you need to do that. Don't push through it if you find that it is affecting you mentally. Because if you do that, you're going to hit a wall and you might just quit completely. But I'm telling you now that you can achieve a lot of your goals if you just put yourself in that right frame of mind, that this is not a quick journey, that people that are in your stream are going to come and go, that you may have to redefine or rebrand yourself a few times until you find something that sticks, until you find something that feels right. I've been streaming for a little over a year and a half or so. And I have redefined myself probably 4 to 5 times now. And each time had its own measure of success, followed by me saying, I don't really want to do it this way. Just saying, I'm just going to change. I've also tried following and chasing trends. That doesn't usually work out for people, not over the long run, because it can be exhausting to chase the trends, right? And typically when you're doing that, you are doing things on stream that you're not that interested in doing. And your lack of interest, your lack of passion for what it is you're doing is going to be apparent to the people watching you, right? It's going to be apparent to the people watching you, and they're going to tell that you're not into it. They're not going to sense that genuine nature of it, and it's not going to let them connect with you, right? And that's going to slow your grind down. Another thing is about the analysis that you're doing. You need to do it. You need to, and I don't mean analysis like analytics. Yes, you have to look at your analytics to understand them, but you need to think about things that you're doing and try to get a handle on what is working and what isn't. But there comes a point, even doing that, that you need to sort of stop that, because you're going to get into a cycle of overthinking, and then you're going to get caught in this sort of paralysis of, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I do this? And that is just going to prolong the grind. In fact, you're going to be in this, you're going to just basically be treading water, and then you're really not moving along your path. So try to stop overthinking it as well. And another piece of advice that I can give you about the grind is about setting goals. Now, you've heard me talk about setting goals before. You really should have a longer range goal, whether that's 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road, and you want to set up milestones along the way with plans to achieve those milestones and ultimately to achieve your overall goal. And when you're setting these goals, one thing that might be throwing you off, one thing that might be making this grind feel more excruciating than it should, is maybe you set a goal of, I want to hit 1,000 followers or 500 followers. Those aren't goals that I think are good. They are necessary steps along the way to becoming partner, if that is your overall goal. But anything that you need to achieve or need to accomplish for those kind of goals that aren't truly in your command are not things that you should set and monitor from am I being successful or not? Because you can't control when somebody follows you or unfollows you. You can't control when somebody subs to you. You can't control any of that. You can't control how many people are watching your stream. That is out of your control. So while you do need to know those numbers to gauge where you are on your path to partner, for example, they aren't things that you should have as your streaming goal. Your streaming goals should be things that you can control. Like, I'm going to get better at this game. I'm going to be more active on social media. I'm going to make sure I engage my chat for at least half of my stream every day. every time I stream, right? Those are goals that you can legitimately track and feel good about when you hit them, because you know they're necessary steps along your path outside of the steps along the path to partner. Another point that I want you to realize is there are no shortcuts to success in streaming and content creation. There truly aren't. What you're going to find is those shortcuts that you take. You might find that engaging in some of those activities is going to set you back. So realize there are no shortcuts that are going to even give you any kind of long-term success, and accept the fact that you need to do as much of this organically as possible. And organically means slowly. When I started doing this, and I hit affiliate, I'm getting my 3 average, I get to 5 average, and I'm looking at partner with 75. I'm like, oh man, how am I ever going to get there? So I started doing a lot of promotion, posting on Instagram, posting on Twitter, posting on Reddit, posting in Discords, posting a lot of different places, basically advertising myself, which is definitely important to do. And my intention at the time was, I'm going to do that rather than network with people, right? Because it's like, I don't have time to go person by person and get them to come to my stream and engage with them. I don't have time for that. I'm going to do it this other way, just advertising and marketing. And there was an extent that worked. I had people coming to my streams, but they weren't people that cared about me or what I was doing, really. They just saw something flashy, a cool ad or promotion that I made, and said, figure they come check it out. And then they get here, and me not knowing anything about them and not having personally recruited them because we have a common interest, they say, I don't really like this, and they leave. It doesn't mean what I do is bad. It just wasn't right for them. And while I saw some success doing that, and that's great, it didn't build anything long lasting. When I finally discovered and was honest with myself that I did have to do this at the ground level, I did have to go person by person, getting to know them and having them come to my stream. And when I started doing that, when I accepted that, then I started to see some good growth. But even that, sometimes those people that I developed friendships with, they would just disappear. And here I am, second guessing myself, wondering, what did I do? And this is a time where we as streamers have a little bit of narcissistic tendencies. We always think, what is it about me that made them not want to come here anymore? And really, everybody has a life. Everybody has a life. When somebody isn't there at the start of your stream, don't get mad. Don't get frustrated or depressed. Maybe you start your stream at a time when people have dinner. They're just about to sit down. Maybe they're going to put their kids to bed. Maybe they have to go run an errand real quick. It's not everything is about you. So don't try to put that on yourself, that you did something wrong whenever you aren't seeing steady growth, whenever you don't see people on your stream, whenever this person you thought you were cool with just up and vanishes. Don't put that on yourself. Understand why it might be that way, and then move on. Move on. And you're going to find that this is going to be a lot better for you mentally. So yeah, the journey from affiliate to partner is long. Going from 3 people average to 75 average is not easy. It is not quick. It is achievable. You might see the fact that there only have been ever 50,000 partners when there have been probably tens of millions of streamers. But even with those odds, I'm telling you right now, you can make it. If you listen to me and you kind of internalize the things that I'm telling you, and you believe these things, you stand a significantly better chance of achieving your goal all the way up to partner than if you don't. Than if you blame yourself for every single thing that goes wrong. If you decide, no, I am fine the way I am and I'm not going to change. Than if you internalize and overthink everything that happens on your stream, whether it's somebody leaving or not. Or you start chasing games when you don't need to chase a game, when you need to just show people that you're somebody that they should be able to follow and enjoy and support. No, you listen and you internalize these messages that I'm giving you, this information I'm giving you, and you're better for it. And because you're doing that, and because you're taking this seriously, that's how I know, and that's why you should know that you can do this. You can do this. If you enjoyed the show, have questions or topics you'd like covered in future episodes, let us know in the comments or send us a message.